Paul was here today. So happy. It's the first day we have actually had a sunshine day where things could dry out on the land and could actually get stuff done outside, because it's just been so much rain again. So Paul managed to find a gap in his own schedule and come and help me clear some of my waist high and above grassy sections. And I tell you, there is just nothing better than a freshly cut farm. Today he's come here all day and we've only managed to do the perimeter all around the borders of the farm. So all of this area, of course, in the middle, and the section there by the house, and up there, and this middle section, there's still quite a bit to do. Needs to get it done. Hopefully we can come back another day. But honestly, I just love it so much. Look how incredible this looks. It's like a whole new farm. Now mind you, I know you guys aren't here every single day, so you can't fully appreciate how amazing this is, but honestly, I'm just so happy. I can walk here again. It's incredible. It's just incredible. And my top terrace. So nice. You can see the dogs. This is just jaw-dropping. The grass here was taller than my waist. And shame I didn't make it easy for him at all, because this is the terrace where I hadn't yet cleaned up all of the olive cuttings. So he had to do that and then still trim. Oh my word, things just feel so much bigger again as well. Incredible. Thanks, Paul.
This is Girl Meets Farm.
This video is sponsored by the DM262 Laser Distance Meter by Inkerma. The DM262 offers simultaneous two-way measurements and an angle sensor to help you easily measure angles from various orientations. Its multiple function settings help you take single measurements, area measurements, or volume measurements at the click of a button. I can even use it. It can also record your data so that you can come back to your measurements anytime. Gone are the days of imprecise measuring techniques through old school methods or struggling with a tape measure, especially when you're one person. Because of its advanced laser technology, it's also great if, like me, you have stuff in the way and you just want to get an accurate reading without moving anything out of the way. The product feels really well made and is sturdy in your hand, but it has really competitive pricing. You can buy this on any Amazon store, and I've even secured a 10% discount code for my subscribers that you can go and find in the description below. What are you waiting for? Go grab your DM262 by Inkerma today. Hello and welcome to this week's video. And what I can finally say is a sunny Portugal. Gosh, the weather changed overnight and didn't even give us time to transition from going from cold 10-degree rainy days to 28 degrees outside. I'm back in a t-shirt and I'm really actually struggling with this heat. the nice thing about non-rainy days is that I can get back to some renovation work. Gosh, it's been such a long time since I've actually even been walking on this particular field. Paul was able to come back for another day and help me strum this field and the one next door. And it's so nice to be able to just walk here. It just feels so much bigger on the farm when the grass has been cut down. As I mentioned, now that we've got some sunny days, it means that some of my concrete can dry out, because I've been wanting to paint my walls for the longest time. Last year I learned a really good lesson that I shouldn't be painting anything midsummer when things are like in the 40 degrees, because the smell was just terrible. So the ideal time to be painting anything is when it's below 30 degrees, but it seems like we are steadily and really quickly climbing to reach that temperature. But I need to find a balance between drying out all of my walls from all the rain and getting the paint on. So hopefully in the next couple of weeks I will have a chance to do that. My friends at Inkerma have sent me a wonderful little tool to help me along my way, and in this week's video you will see that featured as I start measuring up the space to get back to tiling. I also measure up the space to plan my final kitchen measurements, which is really exciting, and I complete the second flip top bench area, which I'm really excited for. Oh, stay tuned to the end, because I have also received a package which I bought. I've bought a package which I'm really excited about, because it's for another project that I have in mind. Yes, I know I've got way too many things on the go, but I feel like that's going to be a nice one, and it will lead into a lot of the other work that I also need to get done on many of the areas on the farm. So please subscribe to this channel if you want to stay tuned for the renovation work to come. And remember to hit that notification bell to be alerted of any new videos. Thank you for watching. I love this time on the farm. This is my favorite time of the vineyard, when it's just starting to grow, when it's still neat and tidy and not overgrown, but springing back to life. I love the way the vineyard looks at this time of year. Going to fetch the paint, and this was just so funny. Are you having a nice little sleepy day, Tobias? Oh, and Tax is also making himself at home. They love all my recycling boxes. He's fast asleep. So fluffy. this lid I've done a little bit differently to the one next door. The trim on top I've actually made, I don't know if you can actually see this on camera, but it is not as wide as the piece below it. The reason for that is I thought this time round what I will do is I will have the actual flip top also have a little edge on this bottom beam for additional support, that I don't have to rely as much on L brackets or middle struts, which I'm going to put on this one. But the thing is, because the wall's obviously not straight, the trim has to be the same size as the flip top lid. I think that's going to look nicer. So either this gets closed, you can see there's like quite a big gap, increasing gap here, but then of course this side won't look nice. So I'm going to opt to have this side nicely aligned. Oh, something like that. And then those edges will line up nice and straight, because this is, I don't know if you're actually going to see this, but I think it's nicer if you do take off the pillows and you see a nice straight edge on this side. And this side, I'm not worried about. Again, this is going to be covered with a big seated pillow and pillows at the back, cushions at the back. So I'm not really too fussed about seeing these support beams on the side here. I think it's more important that it aligns quite nicely on that side. Yeah, so that is the idea behind this one. Already this feels really stable, even without this middle support strut. And of course, the reason I put the trim is so that it looks nicer and it has something to hang on to when I put the little handles on. So that's the idea. Let's put it together. I'm quite happy with it. It looks good. I even got shorter screws this time, so none of the screw sticks out at the bottom. I must just still fit the cross beam in the middle. I cut it a little too long, so I'm busy sanding this down. And then I will add this in the middle as another support. But even so, this is really sturdy. Looks really great. I'm super happy with that. It looks really good now. Amazing. One more to go. So this package has just arrived and it feels like Christmas morning because I am so excited to open this. It is something I've been waiting for some time to arrive, like a couple of weeks now. And it is something that I have planned for a new project. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Christine, why are you starting a new project when you haven't even finished the ones on your list? But this is something fun, and we all sometimes need something fun to do to distract us from the stuff that we don't want to do. And this is something that is going to bring me a lot of joy when I'm driving through my front gate. So, can you think what this is? I ordered this from an Etsy store. I had this custom made. I've been looking for these for a very long time. Do you want this? And I finally found something that I really liked, and I took a chance and I bought it. But honestly, I had this Etsy store was from someone in the UK, and I didn't know how much custom duties were gonna be just because I ordered something from the UK. But I really liked these, so I hope it was worth it. Oh my goodness, they're packed so well. Yeah, I know this isn't great for the environment, but it is all cardboard, it is all paper, so it is all recyclable. All right, let me see if I can pull this out. Oh my goodness. I love it. Isn't it beautiful? I love it so much. Yeah, so you guessed it. If you guessed that I bought gargoyles for my front gate, you guessed right. I have looked at so many different designs for something to put on my front gate. Here in Portugal, all you ever see are lions, eagles, balls, cubes, lions with balls. I wanted something really different. Dragons seem to do the thing. So I'm really excited to start my front gate project, and these guys will be the star of the show. Well, I'm going to be doing a lot of metal work as well, so I'm going to be cleaning that space up and making my front entrance look really nice, I hope. I've got to order a few more tools to get that job done, so I'm going to get those ordered. Hopefully by the time the rain clears, all of those have arrived, so I can start my little front project. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited! Please also leave me comments down below. I love reading your feedback, tips, and just general comments. It really does make my day. In fact, recently with my winemaking video, or at least my wine bottling video, I learned something from one of you that I think just may be the answer to why my wine tastes so yeasty. And what that person said was that it is based on, of course, the winemaking method, which is organic, but that is not the problem. Currently, we have been using what is actually called a wild fermentation method. I didn't know what that meant, but one of you pointed me in this direction, and I think that may just be the answer. Wild fermentation just means that we don't add any controlled yeast into the winemaking process, but we let the grapes do their own fermentation based on the wild yeast that naturally are on the grapes. This sounds all good and well, but the problem with that can come in that it's very unpredictable and can lead to the taste that I'm currently getting on my wine. One of the ways in which to alleviate that, or in which to reduce that, is by using commercial yeast, which is still organic and which is still considered an organic winemaking process. But when you're using commercial yeast, it is a controlled yeast strain specifically for that type of wine varietal, or you can go more generic like reds, whites, etc. Or you can go more organic with reds, whites, etc. That controls how the yeast is produced and how the yeast develops the wine, and then also reduces the wild yeast so that you don't end up with more yeast taste than a wine taste. So I think this may just be the answer. Thank you so much for that tip. I might just try that with my next wine batch. So please do comment. I love reading them. Again, thank you for watching.